Hi guys, thanks for the opportunity and I hope every one of you had an awesome day. So I'm gonna answer 4 questions which Duncan shared with me, and I think not everything is going to be fitted into this audio. Maybe in the near future if I get the chance to speak again in this group. So thank you so much, and I'm just gonna dive straight into the into answering the questions. So let's get into it. So, what inspired me to pursue a career in the creative industry and what keeps me motivated? Well, as far as I can remember, I was fascinated by cartoons. This fascination inspired me to want to know how they were made, and so as a kid, it planted the seed, and boom, I had all these plans. I wanted to become an animator when I grew up. I wanted to study at California Institute of Art and to work for DreamWorks. And if you don't know, DreamWorks is an animation studio that has created animations like Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, Madagascar, The Boss Baby, Puss in Boots, and many others. Well, I didn't become an animator, but I'm glad I still found myself in the creative field. So I remember creating all these drawings and then sticking them to the wall of the bedroom. And when one side was full, I would stick them to the door to the bedroom that I shared with my brothers. But all the space got filled up and I had nowhere to stick all these drawings of mine. So that's when I decided to create a file where I would be putting all my other drawings. That's what really inspired me to start in the creative field. I started at a very young age, but I remember at some point when I was in school, I think in the 10th grade, I think like my spark was just taken away because I become so occupied with school, and school wasn't inspiring me to really go into that field. And so I forgot about it for a while, but years later, that spark which was still in me was reignited, and here I am today, still working in the creative field, and that's something that I'm very proud of. What keeps me motivated is seeing what people who are way above me are doing. For example, watching Apple's new advert that inspires me, or seeing one of the designers that I follow post their new project on Behance or on social media. So those are some of the things that really keep me motivated and going. A memorable project or story that I'm particularly proud of. Well, there's not only one project that I'm particularly proud of, but if I can point out one, it's a rebrand that I did for Bonghive's Hive co-working space. I love this one because it was the first time I got to make something for a space. So I had to create artwork for the walls and as well doing the rebrand. That is creating the new logo, coming up with the color palette, typography, and the other things that are involved in the rebrand process. So I love this one, and I also made a video about it which I posted on LinkedIn, and it got a lot of attention, and that video really opened me up to even other opportunities and clients as well. Some common challenges that I face as a freelancer and how I've overcome them. There are quite many challenges that I've faced, and it's not like they're ever gonna end. I mean, challenges will always be there, but it's just a matter of how you approach each new challenge and what each new challenge teaches you. Some of them which I've faced are because of lack of knowledge and also inexperience. These challenges include finding high-paying clients. That's a challenge that most of us face. Of course, I faced that as well. Finding clients who value my work, that's also another challenge that I have faced. And also clients who don't know what they want. And then some challenges I faced were a lack of experience and knowledge. For example, not setting boundaries with clients. The other thing is not knowing how to price my work. And the third thing is not knowing how to onboard new clients. So those are some of the challenges that I've faced so far. So how I've overcome these challenges is really learning from my mistakes and learning from experienced people in my industry and people who are doing better than me and are above me. So I learn from all those people. Then also being open-minded and never stopping to learn. I think I've also made sure that I know how to set boundaries with clients so that I'm able to keep everything under control. Though not everything can be kept under control, but making sure that is done properly. So how do I balance work-life commitments and maintain my well-being while freelancing? Well, it's not easy to balance. However, for me, it has been about the passion, which has always been the fuel, and the goals I want to achieve. And secondly, the philosophy for me has been, if I can spend 8 hours a day helping build someone else's dream, why should I not commit to do the same for myself? So that's how I really look at it, and I make sure that even when I knock off from work, I make sure that I do whatever it is that I'm supposed to do, that is out of work, that is freelancing and doing other side gigs that can get my hands on. And when it comes to taking care of my well-being, which should be the priority for all of us, I always make sure I set clear boundaries with clients. I will attend to them only according to what we've set in the contract. This helps me to manage my time. Secondly, I always make sure the weekends are not filled with work unless otherwise, but I want to make sure I spend this time resting or catching up with family and friends. So what advice would I give to aspiring freelancers? Well, you have to drill it into your mind that no one cares about your work until you show how much value you bring to the table. The industry is very saturated with graphic designers, copywriters, digital marketers, and so much more. And simply because this is an easy entry industry, anyone with a laptop and a cracked version of Photoshop can be a graphic designer. Anyone with ChatGPT can easily call themselves a copywriter, or anyone who can easily post on social media can call themselves a social media manager. Then how do you stand out and get noticed by clients and employers amongst all these people? A common mistake that I have seen and observed and also learned from myself is overselling services instead of showcasing what value you bring. So one thing you need to understand is people are less interested in constant sales pitches, which means you're always trying to sell them something. So people are less interested in that. And nowadays, in this new age that we're living in, people are more drawn to authentic stories that really resonate with them. They want to hear about your successful projects, the challenges that you face, and how you have overcome them. So instead of telling people to hire you, show them why they should want to hire you. Share your experiences, your thought process, and the unique value that you offer. And make sure that you connect with your audience at an emotional level by letting them into your world. Personally, I found success by creating videos that showcase my work, my creative process, and even tutorials on graphic design and productivity. I don't explicitly tell people to hire me, but I show them what I am capable of and the value that I provide. So while I don't have thousands of followers, this approach has really brought me quality clients and many different opportunities. So make sure to focus on providing value, connecting with your audience, and the rest will follow. Remember, people are more likely to trust and want to work with someone they feel a connection with. Lastly, make sure to build your personal brand. Create content that you're passionate about and content that you want to be known for, and see how you will stand out from the rest of the crowd. Thanks once again for this opportunity, and if you have any questions, please leave them below. Also connect with me on LinkedIn. Just search for Mwaka Suza and we shall connect and talk about what we're working on. So thank you so much, and I hope everybody has a good night.